And then you see somebody dedicating his life. The next thing is to ambush him, look for things to destroy his life. How much have you people given to him that he has not seen before? I just took the money and I went to sit in my house. Black Rose is very important. People need to go back. We need to go back to the House of Assembly. We need to demand, where is your action? What are you doing with the petition received? How can the House of Assembly receive a petition? Over 2 weeks now, nothing is hard. If not because of this terrible, I wouldn't have left Nigeria. I would put my life. I don't care if they shoot me in the broad daylight, but I don't want them to come and, kill me in my house and then they lie something else killed me. And I had to stay away. That doesn't mean I'm going to run. I'm still going to come back. But now, these people that I put my life on the line, House of Assembly will receive a petition 2 weeks. You had nothing, and they out there, they claim they are still collect justice for Mohbad, and they are stuck in there. That's setback, including those that are claiming that they are with Baba Mohbad. You all know yourselves. I don't need crowd. I don't need anybody's love. Don't love me. Just do right by my side. I have been able to say hello to my son. That is when you will reap the fruit of your own child for what you have done to me.
Mr. Yomi, God will protect you and protect your family. Because you will go to where it's not where
it's terrible.
You go to a certain place that wouldn't be lobby. Periphery, why? Lagos State, whatever. Sorry. And House of Assembly, we can write letter as a reminder. And anything about government, bureaucracy man setting, it is not something that we should expect quick action to follow. So I want to take time before we can do anything. So because want to remove action, and they wouldn't want it to happen, they are going to act on it, but it's not going to be immediate. So we can still give them time, and if after a few time you don't see, we can write a letter on the same name, we can write a letter as a reminder. So that means you are still on this case.
Yes, that's very important. Thank you for that one. I appreciate that.
When we do that, we can start to get at least something. Maybe so based on that, but money case corona. Regular court, criminal court, correct action to baski the case Mohbad. Because corona is just a waste. Case corona, criminal cause. Anybody to my team about I don't know it. Don't feel hijack case away from corona. Corona is just a waste. And we continue to for one thing. I want to stop. Stop. On the stop and look at that. So come back. Come push one. Come regular court. That is still going to take time. If any action go. I want to only court.
The point is this: if you want to get to court, and let's say the truth. With Corona inquest, the first autopsy that was brought in came inconclusive. They probably argued it in the last session, the Corona inquest. Like I'm saying, no verdict had come up on that one. However, there is another Corona inquest, autopsy, that is still going to be brought in. Though at the end of the day, even if the Corona inquest, that autopsy comes up with, oh, this is the real cause of death, Corona inquest cannot, with the way things are going, with this one coming today, this one not coming, this one saying this, where there are inconsistency. They deliberately set in inconsistency because at the end of the day, they are witnesses. When witnesses are coming with inconsistency, tell them mo rí tó gbà, mo wà ńbẹ̀. Evidence wà pé nìyẹn wà ńbẹ̀. Eléyìí sọ pé kò gbà, mo wà ńbẹ̀. If you are the judge, tí wọ́n prove into ṣẹlẹ̀ wá, how do you rule at that kind of a coroner inquest? You will just come and waste time and anybody because you know what will come up eventually. Do you understand? So these people, that particular family, they know what they are doing. Somebody is giving them idea on how to make a mess of that coroner inquest. Now, you know what? Let your accounts be different. Immediately your accounts are different. Trust me, there's not going to be an headway. Immediately Timothy Wonu Casey, Timothy mute, but that is begade from straight. I even wrote a petition. Timo initiate. Timo to send this governor. I don't know what is going on, but this corona inquest, sir, can you, if you ask this Lagata and some part of the legal team, and then Guresi, I said, this corona inquest should halt and let the police return to the investigation. Police, within 1 or 2 weeks, talk about the evidence. They, under the law, they will charge to what? A trial court, magistrate court immediately, and then they will duplicate the file to the DPP. Do you understand? But with corona inquest, even if of course the one with government now can't be relied on. I am saying, now if they bring their own, how long do you think it will take before it is accepted? Because even if I thought they come to drop the corona inquest and they say this is what actually pied Mohbad, before the corona inquest will advise the DPP, they would have to be sure that they pin it on somebody. Gbogbo yàtọ̀ sí pé bóyá nǹkan mi tó bá rí o tó bá ti jẹ́ pé wọ́n gún Mohbad lábẹ́rẹ́ tó bá ti jẹ́ pé ó ṣèṣe lápá ló fà tó fi gún lábẹ́rẹ́, we know who they are targeting that to. Into Mamua, we all know. Otoro yeni, and I will say my own because I'm not doing this for anybody. I am doing it for Mohbad and God and my country. Nobody paid me. Nobody can even pay me to do anything negative. I can't support criminality. I can't support human rights abuse. I will fight and stand for where I see human rights abuse. I will stand and defend it. So whoever initially they were, oh, Yomi is coming to come a hero. Yomi probably is a mole. Yomi they are trying to use it because majority is going to want the kiri and go. Oh, ni mo here dada. Emi man so trade. You touch a work with Yomi to dasi. Ele mama soju abenko. O de ni mo. E yanju Yomi e kro. Tori ele mama mo e gbese le mo follow babura. Lẹ́yìn kú sáré mi le gbese kro. Emi ti rí òótọ́ tó wà ní case. Mo ko ba ṣe pé as a human rights ambassador, me gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe nǹkan tó máa sọ pé as an ambassador, why are you abusing the rights of people? Why are you jumping the gun? Why are you trying to do ma ṣe tó ma clean? Tó ní rí nǹkan kan mú, n tó lè ṣe nípa àwọn ló ma commit a crime against me. But in this whole case, I will not commit a single crime. And I will maintain it on the truth is established. Because I am a thoroughbred and I love my country. So bó ṣe wà yẹn sìn, corona inquest, wọ́n continue, wọ́n come and yellow. But luckily, the police, I have every authority to tell you, and honestly to tell you that the police have resumed. So far, so good. That is what I can say. But for us to get the police working well, there are some steps that we also need to take. In Lagos State House of Assembly, if you put pressure on them, if you pressure Lagos State of Assembly, Assembly will pressure the police. They will not want you to make them look like they are also aiding and abetting. Ṣé mo pé ẹ kàn sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ní pé kíní kan wà ń bẹ̀ o bóyá ọmọ yẹn kan nu gọ́vnà o ọmọ yẹn kan nu kíní kan o ẹ bá máa sọ gbò yẹn ni tí ìdèwájú gọ́vnà kó sọ fún yín pé òun ò ṣe kankan. But to get the governor might be difficult. But the Lagos State House of Assembly is the true representative of the people. They represent every step. One ẹsẹ̀ kan báyìí nínú Lagos State. Kò sẹ́ni tí ó representative wọn Lagos Assembly here. People don't know their power. They don't know what they can do. So when you pressure them and the world can see that, why are you not asking for us? That these people should bring the phone forensic. They should bring the CCTV. So if the police or anybody is going to the judge to say, give an order that CCTV should be released officially, whoever is having it will release it because a judge has ordered, not because the person wants to snitch on anybody. Les sọ pé nítorí pé ó fẹ́ protect ẹ̀yin criminal kó wá kẹ́ni ẹ wá ṣe kí ni kó disobey ilé ẹjọ́. And that is where we are saying ibi tá a bá dé ní ẹ̀kọ́ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi blackmail that's what we would have done. So it is quite important that the coroner inquest should be there, but we should pressure the Lagos State House of Assembly. It is the right of the people to demand from the Lagos State House. I am telling you that is a part of the law that allow the people to be, they can go violent when they are genuinely aggrieved. Quote me that I'm saying this, but I cannot incite the people to violence until the government and the police themselves deliberately incite the people to violence. Bí wọ́n ṣe wà ń sìn, ó ní ohun tí èèyàn lè ṣe fún mi tí tẹ́mi náà máa gbégi pé lẹ́yìn ikú sáré. So, but people don't know at that stage in law. And I will not do that because I love Lagos State. I know the government is not involved in what by Mohbad, but they don't want Wahala. So if they can just find a way to just push it somewhere, especially when 2 or 3 persons are saying, hey, it is about me, just on my honor, cover this person up for me. When the government realizes that, look at the pressure coming from that side. If you cannot stop it, I cannot use my government. I'm only voted here. They will remove their hand. And that is the legitimate pressure that I initiated. They know those kind of pressure, if the government refuses to respond, if the people take to the streets and they start taking their lives, the government and those responsible will pay. And if the government turns to the people that way, anybody heading that government, whether it's a governor or president, they will be charged for genocide because they will tell you, well, what else do you want the people to do? They gave you every support. They persistently come to you to do this. You are not doing anything. And it turns out to be that you are voted into power, and then that person that actually committed the crime is bigger than the people. Don't let Yomi bring people's idea and attention to this, then take him out. So that is what we're saying.
We want great
take gbogbo kini ta wa ṣe yìí kò yá àwọn èèyàn ní àbí nítorí mo kàn lọ ṣe àwọn èèyàn tó pọ̀ pẹ̀lú ọlọ́mọdé àmà ṣe rìn ilé ayé wa.
House of Assembly action one bẹ́ẹ̀.
Yomi ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà ẹ jẹ́ kí yìí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ má bínú sí mi. Ẹ kí n sáré lo time yìí sà mo kí gbogbo lé greetings to you all. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Mona Jane network mi ò dá ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ kalẹ́ sà. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àwa ti mọ̀ yín láti gbà táwa kéré ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ni Gbẹ̀ngẹ́nẹ̀ Gbẹ̀ngà Adébísí ní US pàdí yín ni ẹjọ́ wà ní. Orúkọ yóò bàjẹ́ rí kò dẹ̀ ní ever bàjẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ní when the whole thing happened tó ń sọ oríṣiríṣi mo kàn rẹ́rìn wọ́n ní Yomi fẹ́ wá sí Asylum mo ní ìyá yín ẹ mọ nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ tó bá yé yín ni. Látọdún wo làwọn bùrọ̀ Yomi ti wà lẹ́nu látàyé àwọn àǹtí Mojí látàyé àwọn kí lórúkọ lady tó ṣe kinní fún Belta yìí this lady tó ṣe soap opera pẹ̀lú super story yìí Lillian Batch tí wọ́n ti ń travel Lillian Batch fún kékeré sí yín náà.
ẹ ṣe àjàmọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́ ẹ̀ máa dára kó lù ẹ lẹ́nu ẹ máa sọ ẹ náà. Go on, Bombaje Abudu.
That story behind. Come on, I record anybody.
Justice fún Batch.
Just say what.
Da UK ni mo wà. Yeah. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Èló lówó? Tí mo rẹ̀.
Our network is really bad.
Àmì bá wọn ò parọ́. Tẹ́ bá mọ àwọn tó máa ń lògbà mọ̀ọ́sì lágídí. Wọ́n sọ fún pa àwọn ní Yomi ò jáde kó wọ́n brag fẹ́ ní body. Yomi ṣe wọn pé torí pé mo sọ̀rọ̀ lórí platform kan tẹ́ wà ń bẹ̀. Ṣé I believe pé ó sì yẹn block mi.
Can you imagine?
Network wọn yẹn ò
ó
dáa.
fi kan ránṣẹ́ rí ìwé ṣe pàtàkì ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ àwọn ọmọ wa láti kàwé láti ní ìmọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ àwọn ọmọ wa láti kàwé láti ní ìmọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ Yomi èyí tẹ́ bá lè ṣe ni kẹ́ ṣe tẹ́ bá lè ṣe ẹ yọ ọwọ́ yín kúrò.
I will only do my best.
Even gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ yìí everybody àwọn tó mọ̀ yes ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àwọn tó mọ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ bí tí ẹni tó lọ sí Amẹ́ríkà tó lọ káàkiri ẹ̀ ń sọ pé ó fẹ́ lọ sí asylum. I just look at it like this, are those people mad or something?
Tí bá ti kúrò ní UK sí tí mo tún lọ.
Èmi Fabayi yóò mọ kò mọ family Mohbad rí náà èmi ò rí Mohbad rí mi rí nǹkan kan òru máa jí ọ̀sán máa jí àárọ̀ máa jí bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo wa but kí ló dé tá a lè lo common sense this thing deserve common sense ká lo common sense. If it's not working, it's not working. Torí àwọn ìjọba tó ní ìdè yẹn ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn ń kú okay ṣàlọ́ tó lọ tó sí nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí níjẹta yẹn mọ gbogbo bó ṣe fà á kíní kankan sẹ́ni gbà tó lè ṣe oníkan kankan sẹ́ni ìgbà tó máa get down on him ṣé wọ́n sọ fún ni. What I was saying, if you don't get it, forget about it. It is what it is. It is. Ẹ̀gbọ́n, it is. Ṣẹ́ẹ̀rì kéèsì Mohbad tó bá máa rí justice ó máa rí justice kò sẹ́ni tó máa kú fún èèyàn kan. Bó bẹ́ẹ̀ ń sọ̀yìn àwọn tí Wùmí wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn àṣànà wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n ń gbọ́ àwọn náà fi comment ẹ̀gbọ́n mi máa wọ comment section.
Hold on. Mama J, let me explain to you guys.
Yes, sir.
Because
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With social media stuff. Don't assume that everybody's supporting Wumi. They don't want justice for Mohbad. The narrative that is sold to them, because I'm a very objective individual, is that this woman is not responsible. That they're trying to pressure her because she was young and because probably they thought she has access to money or stuff like that. That is a narrative they sold to them. So you cannot blame them by standing by her. But until
I was there, mo wà lórí platform yẹn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ní ìdajì ni mo wà lórí platform yẹn. Yeah, mo wà lórí platform.
Let me land. Maybe you
understand. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The police themselves, detectives, highly trained detectives, if they could overlook Wumi and not drill her as a natural suspect in this case, then why are you surprised that people are supporting her on social media? They are supporting what they understand. And they are supporting because you have not brought out something to convince them that this person is culpable. What they are saying is that you are trying to victimize the woman. And that you cannot take away from the old stuff. People should, you can't want to gag people, allow people to express themselves, provided what they are expressing themselves is in the same aspect. But until I see them say, we don't even want justice for Mohbad, that is when I will look into any of them like face and say, not on your life. If any of you will be supporting Wumi because you don't want Mohbad to get justice, your children can never get justice in any matter. If any of them because they know that culpable and they want to deny Mohbad justice, their children will be taken away for ritual. They will still be they will not even enjoy life again. So I will only want to believe that they are supporting because they thought she's been victimized by the father-in-law. Which, of course, we know it's do happen. Some father-in-law will look at it that, this is a girl that is enjoying my son's money. Okay, now, he's gone. Let me victimize her because I want to get... It's possible. I get what I'm saying. We know that is always prevalent in Nigerian society. It's only abroad that you don't see that nonsense. So we should be able to give them the benefit of the doubt that is why they are supporting her. But if any of them is supporting because in their mind they know probably she did it, or they are supporting her because they don't want Mohbad to get justice, what happened to Mohbad will happen to them and their children. It might not be now, it will later. If it will happen to them when they are about to even reap the fruit of their own children. Because it makes no sense. Why would you say somebody who is sitting in the morgue should not get justice? Who are you? Are you God? God says justice is of God. Justice is holy. It is legal. It is legitimate. Why would anybody say because we want to be seen on social media, then you want to support that nonsense. It's unacceptable. That I will tell you, no. Be explicit on what you are fighting for. Oh, I am fighting and supporting Wumi because I thought she is being victimized because she is a young person and because they thought she owns the money of her husband. That doesn't mean if other people have germane reasons. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like, oh, why would you throw cloth in your husband's grave when they are burying him? That is a different body reaction that raised suspicion. That doesn't mean she probably killed. It could be that it's a spiritual stuff, but I will still ask you, why are you doing that? Why are you putting fetish stuff? So that is that one. Then we'll go to the real fact of the case. When we see the true evidence, why would you say your husband does not like hospital? That's why you did not take him. The reason why you say we didn't take him was probably because he was already in a state that he cannot help himself to hospital. It's a different ballgame if she has said, I advised him to go to hospital and I stopped convincing him because he said he doesn't like hospital. It's different to, we did not take him to hospital because he doesn't like, that means Mohbad was already in a state that he himself cannot bring medical emergency to himself. And that way, you are already culpable, you have committed a serious crime. You will pay for that. Because that is an opportunity to cover up what actually pied the person. Because if a report says there is rigor mortis, you are responsible for that rigor mortis because you delayed him getting, medical, you understand, medical assistance. And I will say that to anybody, including my own child, my mother. Because what I am doing is what is natural, genuine. So don't be bothered. Don't be bothered whether people are supporting Wumi. Don't be bothered. You understand? So let me bring in another person. Thank you so much. Okay, she's done already, sir. Or she's still there. So let's bring in another person. Vengeance. Who is the next person, Abike?
Aboy done.
Aboy has spoken.
Vengeance, if Aboy is done then.
Okay, Vengeance, Abi.
Okay. Vengeance. Can we quickly have you, Vengeance?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mr. Yomi, and to all the panelists and all to the commenters. God will never fail us. It is well with all of us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Mr. Yomi, I am actually glad when I heard you make a statement that going forward, that you will not have anything to do with money or financial anything again, and that your NGO will be doing with that, will be dealing with that in the official capacity. And that's why I came up, because that statement is the hallmark. I could remember vividly on one of the platforms, I spoke with you about some under G destroyers in Justice for Mohbad. That people are in this cause, if you could remember, yeah. I said people are in this cause for different motives. I think the sins you have committed is that you trusted a lot of people. Do you understand? If you could remember, myself and some other concerned social media stuff, we told you that, Mr. Yomi, please be careful, that you should tread softly, because people will tell you to walk a road and they already have a trap on that road for you. They will not tell you there's a trap there, but they will tell you that's the best road. Just go through that place.
Look at one of these female bloggers that want to be the champion of the stuff. During that time, she asked me, she said, oh, send your account so that I can send support to you. And I gave her, I said, somebody else said, don't drop your personal account. I dropped Rockcliffe Studio accounts. The next thing I saw, people were just, another account just posted it and said, Yomi Fabayi is using his account to collect money.
Yeah, that's the Yomi Fabayi. So people are that wicked. They are that wicked. They will send a trap for you and they were allowed to fall into it. And as soon as you fall into it, they will come and say, yes, we knew it was going to fail. Because they were expecting to fail in the first instance. People are just people. You need to be smart. This is social media. Let me set an example.
What you are doing, you thought you are doing something. You're not going to be expecting people, because I was just sacrificing.
Mr. Yomi, that's where you got it wrong. That's where you got it wrong. I don't know.
I accept on that.
Let me tell you, when I made that advice to you that day, some hosts, they went AYA, they were hungry. Because people were advising you that, please, Mr. Yomi, save your head. You have integrity. We want you to walk upright. Don't allow them to smear you with debt. That was what people are telling you that time. But people got angry because of that advice. And they went to the extreme.
But there is no way. The point is this: there is no difference in everybody there. Kid Boss, Abike, all of that I met them here in the course of Justice Somubai. Lagata was just the only person to react because only came up on TikTok. I'll be able to educate people, have people to support my movement. Of course, it's not a crime when you get support when you're doing something like this. People don't know the difference. Like I'm saying, but I was only careful. I said, no, I'm not asking people for money. Don't donate to me. People voluntarily said, we want to support you. I said, no, I'm not collecting 50,000, 1,000, and 10,000 into my account. No. I don't
Yes, we don't do that.
I trusted people that I met. Okay. But unfortunately,
the alliance in Justice for Mohbad, they are just looking for the priest to devolve.
It's quite
It's so
sad.
unfortunate. Yes, it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate.
It's quite unfortunate.
I thank God for your life that you are coming out stronger. I want to believe now you understood more than you had in the past. And now you can tread more softly because that's what it takes. I told you that time, I said, Mr. Yomi, you are a king in your own jungle. I want you to take a unilateral decision and stand by it. Don't allow people to meddle with you and then they will push you. They will act as if they are telling you the right thing anyway. But nevertheless, they want to satisfy their own quest and they're looking for somebody to use for it. That's the truth of the matter. Now, let me tell you something about VDM. You look at that VDM now. People can drag that man for whatever they want, but they will never drag him on financial stance because the man has never had any financial issue with anybody.
No, the point is this. No, that's what I'm telling you, Rangers. If there's any mistake in here, and that's why I'm taking the pain to advise him. Before, it's not immediately that I came in, they actually dragged me. Don't forget that this person had already got close to some people. Don't forget that at some point in the course of this Bobrisky, blah, 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 an artist was already turning back, apologizing to the other side. I get what I'm saying. Because naturally, if he had what he wants to pull out and he didn't consult anybody, he's just doing his own. That little, like, why are you going back? Okay, this person is your uncle, you are begging, you are this. And it turns out to be like apologizing too. That's how you get yourself in there. What I'm trying to tell you in a nutshell is that before you know it, if he should continue, are you with me? If that time they ask him to apologize, they apologize. Don't forget that whatever he might have done with them, they can twist it and start using it. People like you will still go and attack Very Dark Man. You will not understand that, hey, I'm on your body day. So now, Very Dark Man is now a bad person. He's now somebody you should hurt. And that is why I'm quickly saying this, that I might have gone through my own, but I have to fight and defend him and quickly tell him and speak out that don't do it with him. Because if he should be adamant, if he should go against maybe one of those people that he had already confided in before, you will know that there will be something they will use against him. You will know. And that is why I'm telling you that it's quite unfortunate that people should not do it. It's not that nobody, see, no matter, there's no way you want to work out in this world. I get what I'm saying. There is no way you will not have anything that can be, except you deal with yourself alone. And nobody's an island. Even if it is just somebody you have gone to school with, they will say, oh yeah, you're school back home. I saw your comment. Can we give you something? Just say that when you were in school, he did this with you. Don't you think it is possible? These people are terrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just go to your comment section. Anybody that said, we're together in school. Can you go, oh, okay, come. Can we talk to you? Say your number. I want to do business with you. Come, just write something. Say that when he was, look at Joe Biden. Somebody, Joe Biden, he said Joe Biden raped her. When he was he not working in his company or whatsoever because he was becoming a president. When he realized that this second time he was going again, the woman came up and said, but he didn't respond to her. But what I'm trying to tell you is that to now make that young dude to believe that they're not coming. You would have to contain and control what they will do with people, but there's no way they will twist anything. My own case, I've not done anything wrong now. The only thing that I did wrong was I decided to say, I'm not going to give you information of my next operation. I get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand
I'm the
you.
same person that came out and tell you that the other operation that I would have gotten the CCTV of what transpired inside Mohbad house, the first operation, the only person I gave the number to and my coordinates was Baba Mohbad. I gave movement. Okay, I am here now. This is where I am now. This is a live location. And I said, sir, I will be removing my SIM card because the person is coming close. I won't be able to, nobody can track me. Even these people that I said they should secure me, they won't know where I am going if the person drive me to another place. Immediately after then, the lady started receiving threat message. Who snitched on me? Now, Baba will tell you, I didn't see the number. Is it the person that we are going to meet, the CCTV guy? Or is it somebody in Baba that don't want me to bring the cavalry because they feel like if Yomi should get hold of this thing, everybody will like Yomi. It should be us.
Yeah.
I am telling you my honest truth.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying.
I can also say, wow, any come for number, I am saying, when he was saying that, I didn't see the number, I said, me, my life is on the line. And it's more about me already. I don't know this person I was going to meet, but this person has arranged with the CCTV guy that, okay, we are coming. I was looking for money here and there to pay the guy in advance. Oh yeah, bring me the CCTV, I will send you the balance when I go and scout for money again. I was so interested in getting justice. And I said, at this point, the only person I will give this information to, and that guy that was pressuring me, the boss man, whatever, I said, only one person I have given the coordinate to. He said, who is the person? I said, I'm not going to tell you. He said, you're not going to tell me? I said, no. Are you going to give account of my life? Like I'm saying, at the end of the day, the operation messed up. They sent a threat message to that lady. When they sent threat message to her, which was the message I posted, I asked the lady, I said, send me the number that was used to threaten you. The lady sent the number to me. I put up the name. I said, this is the name that came up. Immediately, the girl received another message saying, you even sent the number to Yomi. And the lady turned back. If not today, by now, we should have ended this Mohbad case. We would have gotten cavalry.
Well,
whether it was in Baba Mohbad's camp, whether it was from that guy, I don't know who snitched on me.
Mr. Yomi, the issue is that people cannot be trusted. There are fox among the sheep, and that is the obvious. I thank God once again that you are safe and healthy wherever you are now. The justice of Mohbad will become a reality. I remember you saying that if people don't give the right information to the government, they may not know the right thing to do, and not that. I disagree a little. Mr. Yomi, let me tell you, when government is sincere, government should be decentralized. You cannot put emotions into justice. When you said they sold a wrong narrative to the government that Wunmi was a widow, was a this, was or that narrative died long time ago. And then if I will ask you, the reason why this government of the day has refused to do the needful is because they are not interested in the needful. I'm not saying that you should be in position to tell them they are doing wrong. I know you cannot do that. But the obvious in our inners of ears and the inners of inners is that the government of the day in Lagos State are not standing for the truth. Justice are not meant to be pushed before you give it to the masses.
Okay, now, Vengeance, because before you would think I'm holding brief for the government, but I will tell you where we all messing up. I mean, I will tell my own truth too. Take it or you leave it. I mean, Omoropa, I'm not doing this for anything. I am going through my own suffering now. Ojukomuwa, me le bota, me le anywhere, me le geru.
God is your strength, Mr. Yomi.
Let me tell you where I'm going. Now, from your own experience, I'm not maligning anybody. There is a legal team. They are seriously interested in justice. When you are investigating, and you're looking for the truth, or you want to bring the truth to a court of law, you know certainly that you need an investigator in your chamber. Now, check government, you know, the same Lagos State government, no Loni, after Yomi Fabayi, you know, Kimbate wa Loruko, you saw Yomi Fabayi go out there and brought out an idea that this is a chemist 30 seconds from Mohbad's house. That means, she plaster lenwa lati ra teri ra lati fi bandage over Mohbad teri. Now, emu ye kuro. This is a Yomi went to Kuramed. This is a Yomi went into somebody's house. And immediately, he didn't go into the house alone. Yomi was speaking about a CCTV that is in close proximity. And the person obliged Yomi and said, come in. Is it the government that asked you all and the legal team not to say, Yomi, I think we need your help. We don't know who is funding whatever you're doing, but we need you now. Do you have anything that can support us? Because if you had gone in there, we didn't go there, and we are meant to bring something into the court that will convince the judge that this person has committed a crime. So is it the same government that made all of you to say, don't go and work with Yomi, come down from your high horses and work with Yomi so that you bring that and say, can we know what went there? Because if it was at that time, 2-3 days after, we would have taken the right step and would have gotten everything from that house. The government, Lagos State government, not the official come here. You cannot sit on. I'm being honest with you. Many times you want to accuse the government, forgetting the fact that most of these things that you want the government to do, you will not understand that you need to play a part. I chose, before I can blame the police, before I can blame anybody, I volunteered myself, I played my part. It's quite unfortunate that after risking my life to play my part, I will not be blaming anybody because I've played my part. Emio, I cannot enter into the court. It is just left for me to say, okay, when I got to the social place, this person said, Yomi, I will release these images of this CCTV to you if you bring a court order. Che, Emi to timbu pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ owó kí tó sanwó fún lawyer. Mi mo wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ public lawyer. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ kí Mohbad's lawyer, Baba Mohbad, they are not reaching out to me. I said I want to see them, they didn't show up. Ṣé mi yẹn ni máa ṣètò wá mo ti fẹ́ rí owó tí máa sanwó fún lawyer on homicide case. But now go to court, go and get me an order so that I can obtain that stuff. And the people that really need it, they saw what I did. They said, don't ignore Yomi. He wants to become a celebrity. He wants to become a hero. And let us see what we can use to destroy Yomi's name. And the same camp with the terrible people on social media, they went after my name. So is it government that did that one too?
Now, Mr. Yomi, this is what I will say. The evidences that the legal team of Baba probably have at this time may not be the Corona inquest may not be the right avenue to showcase the evidences. I want to believe that they've done some under-G work and they've done some evidence.
I've asked you a simple question. You are beating around.
I'm telling you, you are asking, you are trying to say the government is not to be blamed. Me, I will still blame the government.
I'm not saying even if the government do the right thing, you can still criticize the government so that they can do more. But most times when we're bringing up most of this criticism, you must have done your own bit. Like I'm saying, you must have played your own part. That is what I'm saying. Everything, when they say government, the people are part of the government. You must be willing to play a part. When you come up with an idea that you want to go to Mars, it is a self-decision that I want to go into the moon. I want to support my government. Then the government will give you support. But if you think that a government official will think in his own self, I said, I'm in the Ministry of Home Affairs. I want to go to moon. No, it is the citizens that would do what? That would come up and say, I have an idea on how to go to the moon, and then the government will support. It would have done something. The cocoa of the matter is now that you are blaming the government on this one. I have given you an analysis that under 2 weeks that I went into Mohbad estate, under 1 week, we would have resolved this matter. Because for 1 year, they thought nobody can get the evidence. Within 2 weeks, the spirit of Mohbad and the spirit of God said, go. And I put my life on the line and I went straight. At that time, they cannot go to that places because they don't even know where I went to. They don't have the address. Because I ensured that the camera is facing up. So nobody can know the exact place where the CCTV is staying. All they all need to do is come down from their house and say, "Oh, Mr. Yomi, please." But everybody is concerned about Yomi anyone koruko ensi. As if me loruko tele. So all of you, as intelligent as you all are, if you want to blame the government that they didn't do anything, what stops you saying, "Can we just come together? This job Yomi is doing. Nobody did you pay him? You guys didn't pay him to do all this. So why can't you just call Yomi and appeal to him? That it's looking like we are working on the same page. Can you help us? What did you get in that house that you went into?" Any lawyer wants to know. Any lawyer that wants justice for Mohbad, we want to know that what did you derive from that place? No lawyer will be waiting that Yomi should come and meet them because no lawyer sent me an error. Check legal team.
Yeah, like I said, Mr. Yomi,
I did the protest. They know that protest. Don't forget that they issued a statement openly that nobody should even protest, and if they protest, they can be charged for court contempt. It's on national daily. Many media were calling me. They said you shouldn't do protest, that the family are not with you. I didn't listen up. Like I'm saying, I still went on with the protest. I came up publicly and said, a day before the protest, they were even I said, how can people in the same camp? It's not that I'm maligning anybody. I'm only telling you what happened. If the police call me the evening of the protest that we did in Ikorodu, that we should not do it, I will not listen. The timing is too short. It means something sinister, something negative is being introduced. Because I have written to them, if the court think that Yomi, that protest will be against, because I have written to them, come up with something tangible. Do you understand? So if as an activist, I wrote to you, I give you formal notice that I'll be protesting, there is no way you will tell me under 24 hours or you don't know what is going to happen. Or it could be a few hours too. Then the police did not tell me, Yomi, don't do that protest. Nobody called me from the court. Don't do it. It is this same boss man and the legal team, they were calling me that, Yomi, stay away from that protest or you go and do protest somewhere else. I said, can you imagine? At this stage of my life, I said I want to stand in front of a court to hold placard and protest so that the right attention will come on the same case. And the same people, the legal team that will say, yes, nice pressure, nice one, are the same people that say, don't go and do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? The government is not on fire because the government didn't ask me not to do it. I didn't receive any letter from the court. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if as a registered human rights organization, and I put my organization down, that I want to be fighting for human rights, and I've written to them, I didn't have money. I don't have money to do all these things. But I said, let me just continue. Help will come from anywhere. And I told people who were helping me genuinely. And then we did everything. I went to this police. I went to the area commander. I went to meet this police station. I did everything. A day before that protest, I was still in Lekki, putting my life on the line. Now, at the end of the day, did you see the legal? Anybody join us in that protest? Did they even comment? Did they even say thank you? Even the father of the book, they came to do like, that's not what you're doing. I said, well, I'm not bothered. I'm not doing this to even, make anybody like me. But the truth of the matter is, she government is not looking here. Because if I can volunteer and go out of activism and start doing private investigation, any lawyer that wants justice will say, Mr. Yomi, can we see you? Even if they push a money, say, how much will you collect for all these things you have done so that we can get the right information? Or what steps do we... That should have been there. Like I'm saying. So at the end of the day, you continue to blame the government and will still not understand the fact that people, anytime bring down, time attack, everybody are responsible for this whole stuff. The justice will still be gotten. I'm against it because they will back down. I have said it over and over. Even if Baba Mohbad's back down, I'm not going to back down. I am going to stand on this. And they've come for my life. What is that? Well, they try because I'm going bad law. But the truth of the matter is, let's all get our ass together and stop all this own nonsense. I must be this. Let's condemn this. I am intelligent. Everybody know the right thing to do. The government is not the problem. If the government want to stop the protest in Ikorodu, they would have stopped it. They didn't stop the protest in Lagos State Assembly, and you are still blaming the same government. But these same people, and you tell I need the justice for Mohbad. Tell Nigeria, hey, you're the of assembly now. I went to the commissioner of police and said, Yomi, can you shelve this? I said, no, sir. They took me from one office to another. This one, I said, no, sir. The only thing I can do is reduce 2 days to 1 day. And that was my truth. Nobody paid me to do the protest. I will travel. If I had a plan to travel 4 days to when I travel to Sacro, Nigeria now. If I had planned to travel, I would easily use the opportunity to stop the protest. I would have used the opportunity to stop the protest. But because you now look at everybody say, Yomi, how can you want me to stop the protest? How can you say go and take whatever it is that is on their mind? By now they will know that maybe out of our unnecessary suspicion, we have already killed what should have brought cavalry to this investigation, because everything is not local government. Do you know what it means to have? Do you know what Lagos is like a country? So how many people in government will say, go and support us? We have pie somebody, and government will say yes, we have what we can use to cover pie. No, they will only get 1 or 2 persons say about the connection. Come medical negligence. Because she has nobody, they have no escape route. Except you all go back. They will call for protests. How many people came to that assembly? She government not became our. This as the majority that came to receive with honorable members because we wrote to them. There is no looking team that will not like that. They said we're going to be arrested, that we could be charged for court contempt. Did we stop? But I didn't get bothered because at the end of the day they were like, why would you threaten? Why would you write that? I want to come and call me. It should be from outside. I'm not Baba Mobas lawyer. No, my costly paper. If Taba protest, we could be charged with court contempt. Anybody can do whatever they want to do. How can they do that?
Mr. Yomi.
Does that make any sense? So thought of flying because you always come here. I want to support. This so thought of because I need to be honest with you. At the end of the day, nobody cares. Oh, you can crow Louis Mowai. They are still after me in this UK. Oh, you can crow. I should have been in another country. I can't even move. That's the case. It's going to cost millions to do. And I was just putting my life on the line because it's the right thing to do. Yet the same people that should be supporting you are bringing you down, knocking you down. Because if I have enough funds, do you think I would have put my lawyer down? Lawyer about to collect us by CCTV officially. I didn't want to go the negative route. It's about anything to see for anybody law. And come down, let's say, why go police? Where Toba Bota and Toshe Lanule? I tell you, Toba Bota. Everybody, this is it. You need to know people. You think people, anytime on social media, call them paranoid bad. When people see that the police are deliberately covering it up on the government, they will face everything. They will face and say, this is pure nonsense.
God bless you for all you did, for all you are doing. One thing still remains to be seen. If people in authority have done the right thing about justice for Mohbad, Mr. Yomi, you wouldn't have had any reason to be in the battle for justice in the first instance. That is the bottom line. If the right thing had been done,
what is it that they should do? They didn't do. They arrested everybody. They should arrest.
I don't want to be. I don't have the time to analyze what they were supposed to do here.
Can I ask you one question straight? Can you show me one evidence? One evidence that pin one person to the crime that we have investigated. Show us or tell us where the evidence are. Can you show us and tell us what you have done to bring the evidence to the notice of the government that you are antagonizing? Go straight and tell us.
Good. There's nowhere in the world when a man dies and the wife will be allowed to roam the streets. In the house, Yomi is still working free today.
Why would she be allowed to roam?
Why will you roam free? If Mohbad had died in the UK, let me give you a straight answer. If Mohbad had died in the US in that circumstances, will we be allowed to roam free on the street?
She will be allowed to even party. Let me put that straight to you now.
It's a lie.
Let me explain to you. Now, please listen up. Like I say to everybody that cares to listen, I will not say because I'm fighting for truth and I will kill the idea of fundamental human rights. Everybody in this world is assumed innocent until proven guilty by the court of law. No police officer in anywhere can tell anybody that you are guilty. That is what a lot of Nigerians don't know. No police officer can say you committed the crime. You are guilty, you are going to this. No. Note that one. Number two, when we ask that Wunmi should be arrested, it's not because we are saying she committed a crime, but because she was in close proximity to the person that actually died under a very suspicious circumstances. And if it turns out to be homicide, then people that are close to the person, including parents, brother, children, would have to be brought in for questioning. It is called pre-arrest. But what was evident in this case, where I expect you to actually talk about, is that was Wunmi actually brought in for pre-arrest, or she was being questioned as a witness? And I can tell you categorically what I deduced was that Wunmi was being treated as a witness, whereas because it is homicide, she is meant to be treated as a suspect. But because the pullout they gave us was to make us believe that those responsible for this and the evidences available are where Mohbad was attacked in the studio, where he was beaten, and of course, where Mohbad was talking, speaking about NDLA, that he was giving something. So there was no attention, no evidence to actually prove that Wunmi needs to be drilled. Though police should never have used that as an excuse. They should have attended to the case directly the way they should for any case that has to do with homicide, particularly when Mohbad died inside the house. But as at that time, majority of us cannot categorically say where Mohbad actually died. You understand? So in this instance, if Wunmi had actually been picked up, drilled properly, everything around her, scrutinized. So the time that they bought to clean and to would have been there. So even at that, if they bring Wunmi in as a suspect, under 48 hours, she has right to bail. And when she's got right to bail, she can continue a normal life until something substantial comes up in the course of investigation to say, oh, madam, you're now being detained and you are being arrested on suspicion of murder. But being questioned, anybody can be questioned. After questioning, after you are being drilled, you can still be allowed to go if you are going to be, subjected to proper bail, administrative bail. But if the police has something to charge you to court immediately, they might actually take you to court and then it will be court bail. But if they have not concluded the investigation, we're still looking for one or two things to pin this person down. They have right to give you your bail. Holding somebody down more than 48 hours is fundamental human rights abuse, is a criminal offense on the part of the police, and it is punishable. The police will pay. They will pay damages, and they will even make sure that that does not repeat itself again. So that's that aspect of vengeance. But however it is, I have spoken my own truth, and I know certainly that everybody responsible for trying to distract and kill everything that we're doing with all this blackmail, pull him down, it's quite terrible. Look at even the woman that actually gave birth to me. She was even speaking with some terrible people and saying there was a time she can confirm that I came publicly and say people should donate to me. And I said, you sent something to me. A woman was sending you audio saying I cleverly came out. Said, no, I never did. I only asked people personally. Because came out. Collected money on my behalf. So when I needed money, I'll ask them, please send money to me. I need to do it. I can't be telling them everything I want to do. But I thought by the time I deliver, they will see everything. But unfortunately, they had an ulterior motive, and all they could do is, if you take out of the equation, will destroy your image. They don't care about what we're fighting for. So everybody came up and they messed everything up. It's quite unfortunate. But of course, a luta continua. The evidences are there. Nobody can touch it. Nobody can touch it. I'm being honest with you. The legal team, they should do the right thing. And there are experts already coming into the matter. Serious ones that are coming in already. That they will know even the tiniest person trying to obstruct this investigation. Ibi tẹ́ máa ti rí pé àṣírí wọn máa ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí tú nìyẹn. Ẹlòmíì orúkọ tó ti build fún 40 years. Orí case Mohbad ló máa bàjẹ́ sí. Ẹlòmíì tí ò ní padà get orí case ni. They are on them. You will get all of them. Èmi ti sá síbi tó pa wọn lè ká mi. Tó bá lè jù máa tún sá kúrò bí màá lọ bò mí. Àjọ máa dára wa láàmú ni. Tó bá yá wá fi èmi lẹ̀, wọ́n máa rán ẹ̀wọ̀n tó fẹ́ lọ. and they won't be able to touch me again, and I'll return back to Nigeria. I'm just will report here.
All right.
Because I know what I signed up for. Thank you. Bring in another person, please.
Ademola has been on for a while. Ademola, what do you have to say to us? Ademola, please unmute your mic. Ademola Razak, are you available? Otherwise, David.
I don't know.
David Monyolua, are you there?
Kid Boss.
Yes, please.
I don't know if it is okay for me to ask because I need to bring some of my clothes. Though they're not bringing it to me direct, so I don't know if it's okay to ask anybody traveling to UK in the next 1 week to bring some of my thing and my drugs and my stuff. Because
Hello, good evening, sir. Hello, good evening, everyone.
I don't know if it's okay to
hold on, optimistic. Hold on.
I don't know if it's okay to
Yomi,
ask.
go ahead. We are listening.
I'm asking you guys. You are my moderators. I don't know if it's okay to ask.
Yes.
I need to get my drugs, some of my clothes, and stuff like that.
You have someone that can pick them for you. Why not? And then you have someone that you know very well that can.
I don't know if it's okay to ask.
No, don't do that openly.
How will I
Don't do that openly. You can speak with anybody that is.
How?
You can do DHL now. You can get somebody. You can DHL.
Good evening. Please, excuse me.
Hold on.
Hello. Okay, we can hear you. Optimistic. What do you have to say?
What I have to say in this is that we all heard when this young man was crying out that he doesn't want to die. That if anything happens to him, they should hold the Malians. That is number one. Two, they should call the wife for questioning. What happened between your husband and Malians that you know? Tell us. From there, she will disclose some certain information. And when she discloses it, they will be able to know how to follow those men. Normally, they're supposed to bring those people for questioning. Because this young man have cried out. The video is in everywhere when he was crying out that he doesn't want to die. That they should come for his rescue, which no one answered him. He wrote a petition to the police. So one might be having a problem with someone, another person might take advantage of it. That is true. But this time around, the wife need to be questioned privately, arrested and questioned privately. She can give information that when she give it out, when the Malians will hear it, they will be forced to give out her own information. And from there, they will open up everything. The truth will begin to come out. But they are doing the journey hanky-panky. It's just because the other ones are big fish. They have money. They are strong cartels.
What you want, you've raised a very valid point. Let me give you a clap for that. But look at it this way. Whoever assisted, because I got to know that it was Wumi, it was on the behest of Wumi that they initiated Corona inquest. So all those that aided her to take the case to Corona inquest, and the same people could not understand. You all are not looking at it that whatever it is that you want to bring out from Corona inquest, why are you not doing it with the police? Why are you waiting and wanting the Corona inquest to establish that for you? What is it that you want the Corona inquest to do? Because Corona inquest will take a whole lot of time. That thing that you want is a slap on the police, because at the end of the day, it is not that there is an evidence that is available. They just want to connect it with autopsy. I can say, if there is an evidence available and they want to connect it with autopsy, well, okay, this thing happened, one mark a hair will say. But in this case, no confession, no evidence. The only thing is they will do autopsy, and then autopsy will lead us to where? So at the end of the day, whoever aided her to take the case to Corona inquest, you should not certainly they're trying to dodge something, in my own opinion. And that way, I will say I am not supporting fully why we all should focus on that. And for police to have stopped there was because they thought there is no evidence they can work on. So the only way Wumi can be drilled properly now is to put the right pressure on the police. Whether she committed it, whether she knew something, The police have not done the real work when it comes to Wunmi, and I can stand boldly and say that because nothing in the case file or what they read out shows that they actually, did the right job. Suddenly, we are beginning to hear there was a fight. Suddenly, we are beginning to hear a phone was being sneaked away. And all of those things look like nothing has actually been done. So, we will need to first establish, was there an incident in that house? And we are close to establishing that there was an incident in that house that could lead to loss of life. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I don't want to delve too much, but when I say that, you all should understand what I mean. So trust me, if the police can establish that now, don't worry. Everything that they ate, they will bring it out back. You understand?
There is another thing I am asking. The last show the young man went for before he died, was there no video of that last show? Because they need to trace those matters. His last show, how he ended the show and how he left on the show background. Because those videos, they need to bring them out. They have not established those videos of his last show. I have not seen it. That is number one. Two, I learned that he has CCTV camera in his home and there was blood at the same time. So where did those blood came out from? That is the question. There are questions to ask. Already there are casual witness which the boy has already voiced out. That is the crying out of the boy. It's a casual evidence to follow up his matter, to know people to hold responsible. Look at another video when Sam Larry was trying to hit him up.
The only time we got to hear anything about blood and stuff was that small sister. And tomorrow she can tell you she didn't say
his father spoke out. His father speak out then earlier stage that there was blood, but nobody gave him a listening ear. Nobody gave him a listening ear. The man cried out then.
I am only picking one of the ones that that came earlier. You understand what I'm saying? Now that we get to see that there is no evidence.
And even though they sent emergency money for burial, when it has not even been announced that the guy is late, all of them need to be held responsible, even if they are big fish or not big fish. Because when the young man was crying, when the guy was crying out for bullying, those men did not come out for him. But the moment it's not even up to few minutes, they said the guy died. They were able to disburse cash for his burial.
You cannot independently verify the timing of the funds.
That is wrong. Normally, they're supposed to hold Malians for bullying first. That should be a different case. For bullying, bullying of that young man, they're supposed to hold them responsible first for bullying. Then they'll give more reason why they bullied him. And they need to question the police. When the young man wrote a petition, and they asked him to come and defend his petition. That was how the young man ran away. Why did they ask him to come and defend his petition? The petition he wrote against someone, you did not question that person. Why did this man write this petition against you? They did not do that. Rather, they called the young man to come and explain.
Optimistic. Sir. It was on the BS of that they were actually asked to return 2023. And the moment they see that somebody from their same race, they see what you're doing. They know what you're doing is taking them to Calvary, is helping the case. But because everybody is bothered about attention to themselves, I want to be the hero, everybody wants to be this, and the next thing is they will be looking for what is the mistake you're doing. And then when you start seeing them, mistake it, don't share it. What have you done that is right? Why are you looking for mistakes? Why are you not concerned about what is being done that is right? So at the end of the day, everybody will come up and say, what you got, you should have given to this. And whoever sees that what you're doing is quite important and it's going to help their case, and you are doing it on pro bono, who should be humble enough to ask for it? They should be able to say, oh, this is justice. This person we didn't pay this person, we didn't ask for his service, and he's doing it free of charge, putting his life on the line. Then they should have said, okay, please, can we have a meeting with you? If they now ask you, how much can we pay you for what you have done? And you're saying, oh, you are asking for bogus amount and it's looking like they cannot meet up. That's when you say, oh, He's not ready to help. He's only asking for money for it. But of course, if anybody had come up to me and say, we saw what you're doing, particularly when you moved into that house, we want to believe that something there will be useful to us so that we can pursue this case. We have been on it for 1 year. That is how humble anybody should be. But any non-entity will come up here and say you, oh, this is how you should have done it, when they won't look at it and say, why can't people be humble enough to do this? But that is, by the way, we've gone past that. Whatever anybody has done to destroy my name, whether from Baba Mohbad's camp, whether from any blogger, any TikToker, is quite unfortunate, so sad. Shame on all of them. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be backing down on justice for Mohbad, because the only thing I know is I'm fighting for justice. Whoever is humble enough to say, come, I'll work with them. I'm not bothered about anything. I just know certainly that I am putting my life on the line, my safety on the line. I don't know how long I'm going to spend on earth, but I'm going to be doing something reasonable before I even leave this earth. So if you have not done anything, if all you have been doing is talk, and you have not done, you don't even have a moral right to condemn what somebody is doing to put his life on life, because the only thing people like you would do is to sit in your secret corner and be looking for error, and then you'll be looking for mistakes and be looking for who is lying. You can imagine at this day of my life, you understand, some terrible people are saying they are not looking after me. If truly they are after me and I am running for my life, there is no way your children will ever escape this kind of turmoil or trauma in their lives. But if I am lying, the cost should be on me and my children. I have nothing to say more than that. Because at the end of the day, we live in a terrible, terrible, terrible world. And when you look at those people that are coming up with all these terrible things, are from your own race. And it's sickening. That is why you can see that. Look at our children. Most people, millions of Nigerians that have left Nigeria and are not looking back. The children don't even want to know anything Nigerian. They don't even want to connect with Nigeria. Is that not a cause concern? Our forefathers, people don't know. They just come on social media. It was because people were taken forcefully from Nigeria and other places, Ghana, and they took them away to this country, and they are lost. They became Akata. 200 years after, they're now tracing their generation. Most of the people that are tracing back, they only want to know. They turn Nigeria and they turn their roots to museum. Oh, this is my roots. And the same thing is already happening with our children now. People are running out of Nigeria, and the children they are giving birth to don't want to come to Nigeria. And some people are here sitting down. You come here and start telling, this is how you should have done it, this is how you should have done it. Like I'm saying. So at the end of the day, you look at it. So when you see them, they want to act smart. They want to come on social media. If you have used social media, any of accounts, to attack me, to bring me down while I am sacrificing to this extent, there is no way your children and children will not get the rot of this. What happened to Mohbad, what I am going through now, there is no way it will come to you. Because social media is not an excuse to be devilish, wicked, and so insensitive. You have to understand that for me as an actor, I'm doing well in my job, I'm doing well in my career. And at least last year I still went on the world tour with my movie. And I came back, I was successful with it. I went around the world, I built a house, I did everything. So I am okay. It's enough for me to relent on my horse and do that. But of course, I have a determination to give back to the society. So if anybody is going to be looking at, okay, just check it well. It's still going to be the same people from the Yoruba clan. Because if you want to save and you want to do anything in this country, deal with them, you're going to be having a serious problem. So if you are from this race, you need to start distinguishing yourself from these terrible people. Let's know the people that are cursed, the people that are direct descendants of Judas, the people that are good in taking the country backward. You need to distinguish yourself. If in 8 weeks, I have put so much sacrifices, done that far, and then you are joining them to say, let us quickly bring him down. Some people, they don't even wait. You can imagine, if I have been traveling for the past almost 17, 18 years, is that how I want to travel out of Nigeria too? Because of what? What will be my gain? I think even if I travel like this, you still have to understand that this is not even a prepared stuff. If I have to travel like this, that means I'm not even prepared to travel. How much more traveling with mobile t-shirts, adire, no haircut, nothing. It's quite unfortunate. And somebody will look at me and say, what will I say is what will be the reason of coming to running to UK because I'm fighting for bad when they are not after me? It doesn't even make any sense. So it's quite devastating. So I have to speak to everybody that is fighting for the truth. They should understand that you need to be careful when you're mixing up with people. I made that terrible mistake, and even because I'm resolved to continue to fight for this is pure nonsense. They tried with money. I continued. Even when they're after my life, you just see people coming up with their true colors. And then the next thing they start antagonizing, oh, nobody's looking for him. Are they looking for you? I said, what is the background of these people that I even dealt with? It's because when you see the crowd on social media, you assume everybody is a fighter and they are for justice and they have a tendency to stand it. I made a mistake. And that's why I'm passing this message. Don't look at the crowd ailing you. If they have an opportunity to switch on you immediately, they will. This man there, I didn't drop. Why will I drop you? Maybe it's the network or I didn't drop you. So I'll bring you up, Abike. I didn't drop you. And what's up?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Yomi.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Please like and share, please, so that they won't bring the stuff. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Let me start by appreciating everything you've done so far on Mohbad's case. And you should know by what Nigeria is, that definitely when you are very straightforward, people will want to corner you. But what I would advise is that whatever you are doing, don't look back. Because if you are working or running and you are looking back consistently, you will fall down. Please. Just remember that human being is beyond race. When Jesus was alive, they were 12. One of them was Judas. So you should know that even if you are 12 on your platform now, somebody will be a Judas. So definitely I pray and I hope God will open the secret of the evildoers in Nigeria. Things are getting bad.
No, it's beyond, it's beyond Judas. That's what I'm saying. You're not getting my point. People are raised with the natural ability to switch on people quickly. People don't have an art of discerning. That is how people are raising their children. How can a country and a race go forward that way? Go and check every day, Monday to Friday, January to December, Nigerians are queuing in front of embassies with the desire to run out of Nigeria. Majority want to run and not come back. They will keep blaming òyìnbó ló ṣe kinní kan wọ́n mú wa lẹ́rú ni èyí táwa gan ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn ńkọ́.
Àbí.
Tó bá jẹ́ Hausa léèyàn wá pẹ̀lú tó ti wo nǹkan tó ti ṣe within the short period of time here. Do you think they will look at you and say, are you sick? How can you antagonize this person? What is even this? There's no basis for this.
They will even protect you.
They will let you like if you attack this person now, it shows that you want this thing to go down. And then I want Yoruba, and what I want blogger me by. He may share no talk by. Or ball of him don't bring me down. Or ball of him. Nothing try that is destroy your me. And some people sit and they share the same thing. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ báwo ló ṣe gbé ọmọ mi báwo ló jọmọ mi sálọ tó fi lọ ṣògùn owó báwo ló mi gbọ́ṣẹ́ ìjọ tó ti ń destroy I want to fight for freedom because you don't have a mind of your own. I kept saying, you ask yourself, the result of what I have done is coming back. It is when you are shot at and then they lay you down in front of the hospital and they said that there's no bed and they are not ready to even attend to you. And then you ask yourself, who will fight for me? The day they pick your mother and they rape your mother, and the people that rape your mother are saying nothing can be done, and then you look at who do I call? And then you cannot get up. That is when you know that this is a consequence of me trying to bring people that are fighting for justice. Because I cannot even understand. Power only whatever is being contributed. It's too priceless. Last 5 weeks, the person has become a bad person.
Mr.
If
Yomi.
I didn't take my stand, I continued, they would have won. They don't need to hide the truth. They just need people that doesn't have the mind. I want you to they just sit on social media to become a pest. They pray and they stray everywhere and they because you have to see when you see a freedom fighter, people putting their lives, they are going beyond sitting on social media and start talking. When they are going out to act, they are facing the right places, taking the right step. How can you suddenly want the people, that person leading that kind of war, to go down because of unfounded, terrible allegations? How can you allow that? Who raised you? Or you just like, for instance, very that yes, very that man must go. Don't you know that is evil? Am I not raised well to know that if any woman is coming up and it's not true, he did it when we were in secondary school, you know that at the end of the day, this is nonsense. The curse is going to come on me and my children.
One day, definitely.
And then you're going to blame yourself. Why did you create me with these people? Because they are tired of it. Or they realize that some part of the people that are enslaved, they love it. Do you understand? So, and that is why I had to come out and say I need to use this particular broadcast to speak with Very Dark Man. He needs to be careful, particularly from my own side. When Yoruba people are coming to praise you, watch it very well. They are planning, or some of them are. That's why I've not contacted him. I don't want him to contact me. I won't contact you. Do your thing, but be prepared. Always be ready because they will come for you. They will come for you. These people they would push you. You are doing well. Don't listen to them. Prepare yourself and ensure you guide your sis. Watch your sis and ensure that you focus on what you're doing. They will bring their distraction. I fell into the trap so quickly. That can never happen again.
Mr. Yomi
Ekale.
Ekushe. All that you have been doing, God will reward you abundantly.
Amen.
You see, anything that has humanity, generally, it's not an easy thing to fight all the time. Be anywhere in the world, any part of the world. Cherry, our part of the world, to Naija. Number one, ìjà máa ń ṣòro láti bá jà ń bẹ̀, because like the field that you have seen now, you will discover that àwọn people got ń jà fún àwọn ẹ̀gán ní àwọn ẹ̀gán lọ́tà.
Brain, thank you so much.
They are the real enemy here. But ṣẹ́rí dimension ọ̀rọ̀ títí yìí wà tí mò ń wò tí tọ̀dọ̀ yìí wà ní pé ṣẹ́rí Mohbad tẹ́ bá wo kéèsì Mohbad tẹ́ bá jókòó dáadáa ẹ rí pé ó lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ń ṣàkóso ó lọ́wọ́ wọn nú, otherwise kò yẹ kán ṣe kéèsì yọ̀bọ̀yọ̀bọ̀ báyìí. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ wò dáadáa pé ìwọ̀nba the little you have seen, you yourself, except you don't want to say it, you would have known quite well that our people, they are the enemy of the progress.
Well, I'm correct the answer, and I will tell you why. Okay. I have worked with government before. Are you know what I'm saying? I will remind you My first political appointment was in 2003. You can see how very young I was there. I get saying. I get saying.
Yes,
And
I'm with you.
that time, I was able to gather enough intelligence, idea, and stuff like that. What happened to Mohbad has nothing to do with the government. I get what I'm saying. The police